There we are. Scrolling. I think we're live. Okay. Yes. Marianne. Okay, so hello, we got one, Kim. Hi. I think this one we're going to have locals. Kim, we just had our session a couple of months ago here locally, and then we're going to have more globals, global family. Mariana, just try, well, if you can't hear me. Okay, just hoping everybody's getting on. Okay, good. We're good. Good morning, Helen. Hello, Maureen. Yeah, let me know who's there, name-wise, because as we even do this right now, and you can get familiar with who's on here, their names, because what we're doing is we're connecting energetically with ourselves, with each other, and so that's going to become very evident. We're going to have quite an experience, a direct personal experience of our connection energetically to other people. Okay, Mariana, you got it. Good. Yeah. So how's everybody been in this last week? Good morning, Tammy, again. Welcome back. How's everybody been this last week? Continuing. Hi, Dawn. Hello. Blessings. Yeah, this is, we have our usual relations, how we know each other, whether in person or online. And so what this time has forced and allowed, for myself to step up and do this online version, something I've never done before, is we're learning a whole new way of communicating. And so, I have some thoughts we're going to be sharing, I'll be sharing, but simultaneously, how do I have now multiple conversations? This whole online thing, for me, it's new. But Susan Smith, hi, Greg. Tracy, hi. Helen, hello, everyone. Helen again. And if you're not from around Vancouver, where are you from? Let's get some sense of where's everybody spaced out across the world. We can shrink the world and feel united. We can start to shrink space and time. And this last week, I said, so we did this a week ago. We're going to do similar but different. I think it's going to be a unique flow, a little different every time. And so how's everybody feeling? Let's do a check-in, a basic, there's some signs that things are improving, Our Cindy, hey. So there's a spectrum. There's always going to be a whole range and a spectrum. Some people might be more in fear, more uncertainty, more stresses. Good morning, Jessica. Dear mother, I am of Jessica. Right? There's uncertainties, there's job situations, economic, personal, and global situations. And then there's, more conscious approaches where, while we have this downtime, and as long as you have your basic essential survival needs met, we're able to use this time. Because what happens when we're living day to day, we're in the same patterns, same loops of thinking, generally the same ballpark of thoughts. And it's not until something where everybody pauses and completely pulls back all our awareness and we gain some perspective where you get to reassess and you get to, see where we are in life and take advantage, hopefully taking advantage as we call this the quarantine time. The world calls it the quarantine. Buddhists call it retreat. Retreat time. I've definitely been in a retreat myself. I've been recalibrating. I've been on my own, really just pulling away from the world. You know, there's no responsibilities the same way. And behind the wall. Mariana's tired, got up early. Okay. Beautiful day in Vancouver. Yes, yes. Sound is great for the live video. Oh, great. Thank you. Good. I pay attention to sound and video. It's my background. It's what I've done. So let's cross off the basics. Kim, noticing anxiety, but not quite sure why it's there. Been using HeartMath a lot lately to bring myself back to calm. Nice. Good, good. That is the tool. What we're learning here is a very short, simple technique or approach, how to get back to center. And what we're going to do here today is draw it right out, have a real deeper immersion experience. So speaking of anxiety, glad you bring that up. Good morning, Amanda. Witam I pozdrawiam z Wojworza. Okay, Karolina. My aunt. Wow, this is the way we all connect now, from Poland to Canada. The anxiety, what's been happening just overnight, several hours ago, the Earth's frequency, the Schumann resonance, it's a measurable frequency of the atmosphere, has been spiking like mad. It hit 80 hertz. And now consider the normal usual range is about 7.8, so about 8. And overnight we've been, and what does that mean to us? That's energy. It's an electromagnetic field. We are electromagnetic beings. We are radiating out an electromagnetic field, which is measurable, very measurable, several feet out around our body. The sun is a giant electromagnetic field. So all of these bodies and ourselves, we're interplaying energies. We're affecting each other. So what happens with the sun sending solar flares, radiation, its activity to Earth, Earth gets affected, it charges up, and that's what's been happening for the first time, starting only in 2014. This is a fairly new phenomena. So we're all witnessing what is happening. This is very unusual. And so if we're feeling now anxiety or anything really unusual, it's what these energies are doing is it's magnifying whatever currently is within us, however we're feeling. If we're in coherent, open, light states, if we've cleared a lot of our own internal stuff, well, it's going to magnify that, and we're going to feel unusually, wow, lifted and blissful. Now, for the majority, the masses, right, if we have not released and healed and lightened up, it's magnifying our unsolved, unhealed wounds, any kind of issues, our anger, all that kind of stuff, depression, lingering issues emotionally. If it's not been, it's getting compressed. And here it is. If you haven't noticed it before, because we're so busy in our day-to-day, the same kind of habitual, familiar feelings and thoughts, well, it's amplifying that. So it's time. We have an opportunity now. It's been brought to our awareness. And so this is what the great times are about, right? We are moving into this evolutionary phase globally, collectively, all at the same time across the world. It's very powerful, very beautiful. And internally, on ourselves, by ourselves, individually, it's causing us to heal, or at least face and address our unresolved issues. But collectively, I mean, looking across the world for the last several years, collectively as a society, right? Institutions, politically, economically, in every way, environmentally, it's shifting. It's rocking the foundations. How things have always been is now being tested. It's being shaken. And so this is what's allowing us to, well, the world is changing. And so let's steer this collective in the right direction. All right. So we're going to have this experience in a moment. Now, to make it more real, because it's grounded, whether you approach all of this understanding of energy and oneness through purely spiritual approach, a spiritual path maybe, or through pure science, pure quantum physics. It's all coming to the same. Hey, brother, Sutej. So nice to hear your flow of oneness. Sutej and I, speaking of audio and video, that's what we did. How's my audio, Sutej? Go groom the mic. Mike the groom, sorry. So the science, right? These peace projects, these global meditations for world peace, are nothing new. They've been done, since there've been studies done on them since the 80s, I think, maybe before, but 23 at least scientific peer-reviewed studies have been done, looking at 50 different demonstrations over the decades now, in looking at how can one person, how can a group of people, and then studying how many does it take to, from their place, affect remotely in a non-local way things like measurable things like crime, war, violence, economic activity. And so this has been tested. We know it's a real thing. Science is validating. Lynn McTaggart, she's been another person in the field adding her contributions, where through intentions from sitting in one place remotely at a different location, just through the power of our intention, we can change, starting as simple experiments, the pH level of water. Water was changed by one whole pH just from, remote, seemingly separate, distant intention sending. And it, thanks, Rodon. Yeah. So it seems like there's this physical space separation, but where this is all heading, where this is all pointing our attention to, is the physical separation is really a very, very convincing, realistic illusion. So, and so quantum physics has been demonstrating this too. Entanglement, for example. They take two particles, split them apart, far, far, far apart, and then what they do to one instantly affects the other. There's no kind of time delay. There's no like a linear sending of, even at the speed of light. It's beyond the speed of light. That's where Einstein was short-sighted. There's something else, a different field. There's a quantum unified field that connects everything. We are all in this unified 0-point field of connection, pure energy, pure consciousness. And so there's no separation. Even though you're sitting right now where you are and I'm sitting right here, physically we're apart, but in this energetic matrix, there's really no separation. I was just sorting some things. I mean, so many have talked about this already. My old CD set. So this is Greg Braden's work on it. He calls it the divine matrix. So whatever name you call it, it's very good to know. Okay. Yeah, so as we're going into this, what we're going to be doing right now is taking all of our attention, and if we're experiencing anxiety from the events of the world, any uncertainty, what's happening, what will happen, the thing is that we're focusing all of our attention outwards. We're using our eyes, our ears, our senses, and we're listening to the news report, and we're seeing that story, and we're going out. And so all of our data is coming from an external world, right, out there. And now, as long as we're doing that, can we ever truly feel safe, secure, guaranteed peace within? And I think no, because the world is change, and it's not guarantee, and it's not stability. The world is constant change. So what we're doing now is we're going to reverse. We're going to take all of our attention, and this is my microphone. That's what it is, Mariana. And we're turning our attention inwards, where now we can finally, find the real stability, real peace. This is the whole thing about meditation. Where do we find safety and security? This is what we're about to engage in. And in terms of emotionally, we're going to be going into right now feeling and activating elevated emotions. So heart-centered and heart-based, heart qualities. So these are the ones that are the most stabilizing, they're the most grounding, they're the emotions that help us feel relaxed, that put our body into a, feel very stable. Health improves now. Immune system function, it increases significantly. Our IgA levels, our primary line of defense against bacteria and viruses, goes up better than any flu shots. Recovery, rejuvenation, anti-aging increases when we're focused on these heart-based, elevated emotions. We're able to think clearer. We have access to, guess what? Our own inner sense, our own intuition. What's our own understandings? We can be our own. And so this is another way of saying this. Right now, what we're learning is to hook up to that internal guidance. We all have this internal guidance. Just for one visual, because we're talking about emotions, what are elevated emotions, we're talking about vibration. Everything is vibration. Everything has its own kind of set frequency. So this is from Joe Dispenza's book, Becoming Supernatural. But I'm quite visual. So that kind of gives you a sense of the entire range from the lowest. So at the lowest is the slowest, densest form of energy. That's where solid density is, our bodies, matter. Now at that end is also in terms of emotions, the slowest density emotions, fear, anger, depression. And the idea is the faster the frequencies in terms of emotion, those are where we get into the joy, the lightness, the love, the compassion, freedom, gratitude, appreciation, love, wisdom. And yeah, so 11, right? You notice, Kim, the figure, what are the odds? We started at 11:11 meditation. Look at the figure number at the bottom, figure 11:11, synchronicity. Hi, Lori. And so where's this all going? Up to the singularity. At the top there is now the unified field, the singularity, right? Source. This is God. The quantum field, the divine matrix, like I just showed you. So that is where we're going to experience pure energy, pure consciousness. That is where our safety lies. That is where our stability, our peace, our true internal joy that is totally independent of physical external reality. And so this is the practice. We're going to use our heart now as the basis. The heart is an energy center in the body, which really is our connection to that oneness, to that wholeness. Our heart is connection to each other, relationships. If we're all one and connected, we access that through the heart. And so this HeartMath approach, right, it's going to set us on the right track in that direction. Okay, so now just set your intention. What are you looking personally for yourself to get out of this next meditation right now? This is very important because rather than just kind of blindly, randomly going into it and just randomly getting out of it whatever you might randomly get, this is where you're creating your future right now, your reality. So take your mind, take a moment, close your eyes. What are you needing? And what are you wanting? How do you want to feel? Decide. The power of decision is what's going to kick this whole process off. Okay. And now we'll get into the meditation. Okay, so let's begin. You can sit up straight. That's preferred because it helps you to stay more, well, alert and make it more practical in terms of we're trying to carry this new relaxation and this frequency into our day-to-day experience, into our life. And so that's when we're upright, that mimics reality, how we actually are most of the day. If we're lying just back, it's not as easy to transfer into our day-to-day now activity. So it's kind of like doing an open-eyed, not open-eyed right now, it's closed-eyed, but I know Joe Dispenza does his open-eyed meditations. Several, maybe, I don't know, 6-8 months ago, I've just been on my own journey spiritually, and my meditations have been going on for quite a while, years now. And I got to a certain point where, I can get into these states to feel, and a second I'm saying that, the sun comes out, right? Very deep, very still, very light and expansive and blissful. Great. But then, I open my eyes, go back and start to doing things in the world, and that feeling starts to fade away. So then what's kind of the point? If it's very compartmentalized, meditating, feel good, go back to day life, and it's like back to the old same. So the goal was to keep my eyes open at the end of the meditation, stand up and move through my day in that super fearless state, in that grounded state, which is a very different frequency and a very different experience if we're used to running around how we normally are, and suddenly you're changing the dynamic, how you've been interacting with other people. Okay, enough talking. More feeling. So closing the eyes. You don't want to be slouched however you are, sitting or lying. Bring awareness right now, just above your head. We're going to do just a very quick, very light scan through the body. We want to bring attention to the parts of our body that we probably are never aware of, or very rarely. So we want to catch where we're holding any tension or tightness. And as we go, just loosening, letting go, and relaxing. So you can picture it like a white light, like a flowing liquid light at the top of your head. And let's allow it now to roll down into your forehead, loosening and relaxing your forehead muscles, your eyelids, relaxing down into the cheeks, the jaw, and just allowing this soft, light to dispel, relax. Throat, shoulders, arms, going down the arms all the way into the hands, bringing awareness and then letting go. Down into the upper body, chest, down the front, abdominal section. Are we holding anything there? And then flowing the light down the upper back, shoulders, down the lower back, down into the hips. Bring your awareness into your legs, knees, down all the way into your feet. And so as the body starts to slow down, relax, we're taking our mind, our thinking, and that is where we're trying to slow down as well. From our busy thinking, scattered thinking. This first part of the exercise is we just want to keep drawing awareness, your attention point, just back to the center, back to right now, back to just here. Every time you catch yourself going on a little mental tangent, that's fine. We all do it. That's the human condition. So just let it go and back to center. And now take your attention, this awareness, imagine or feel your heart center, the center of your chest. Just place your awareness right into the center of your chest cavity. Just be aware of the center of your chest. And then be aware of the space just in front of the center of your chest, in front of your heart. Holding your attention just in that space. As soon as your attention leaves, just come back. Okay, so now we're going to move the breath. We're going to activate that heart center, the heart chakra. So slower and deeper breaths than normal. And so we'll do a few together just to get the ball rolling, and then you can carry on your own. But let's try this together first. We're breathing in for 5 through the nose, and then breathing out for 5 through the nose. It's very gentle. So together, starting together in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and gently out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Back in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and continue on your own. You can imagine like an ocean rising and falling, very rhythmic. You want to make the breath symmetrical. Okay, and as we continue, so set that breath pattern, just make it second nature and carry that the entire meditation. The key from the inhale and the exhale is really key, not to speed up. There might be a tendency to slowly speed up, so we want to not short circuit the exhale, extend the exhales. Okay, now imagining that the breath is moving in and out the center of your chest. So the air is flowing in through the center and then exiting out through the center of your chest. You can imagine it like light or just air. You can pretend the center of your chest, your heart, is like a lung, breathing air in, expiring out. So already by now, just notice the shift in your whole being, in your body. The basic thing we're going for is relaxation, feeling lighter. If you're feeling lighter, this is it. Now, we can't be thinking about being lighter. We can't be in our head, in our analytical mind, going through these steps. So this is not an intellectual process. So bringing our awareness out of our thoughts, letting those thoughts go, and just coming down into the experience, feeling. So feeling the breath symmetrically in and out of the heart. All right, so now we're going to introduce the next step, which is activating one of these elevated emotions, these heart qualities. And for the next couple of minutes, emotions such as gratitude and appreciation. How can you conjure up these feelings on your own? Because we can. We don't need an external reason. Internally, we can now imagine, what are we grateful for? Joy. How can you feel joy right now breathing? Or if you need to think about what does bring you joy, focusing on that right now. Feeling freedom, all these types of emotions. Feeling lightness. Feeling creativity. Feeling expansion. Feeling compassion. Generating a sense of care, caring for somebody. So I'll just let you go on your own. Keep the breath going, opening the heart. So feeling these elevated emotions. How can you do that on your own? And then I'll join back in and we'll guide it some more. Big breaths. Okay, so let's now all focus in on the same emotion at the same time. And let's go into gratitude. So much about the power of gratitude. This just changes everything. Frequency rises and opens up. You can't feel grateful and scared at the same time. You can't feel grateful and uncertain or angry at the same time. So if we can train ourselves to go into gratitude more often now, our entire life will have to change accordingly. So think about a gift, something you've received from somebody recently or in the past, maybe something that somebody has done for you, a nice gesture, maybe a random act of kindness, somebody spent an extra moment holding a door for you and held eye contact an extra moment. I'm surrounded by gifts here. I'm wearing around my neck a gift from Kylan. I'm drinking water from a bottle received from Michael. The tapestry behind me is from another friend, Maureen here. So focusing on things that you might have received from others, loved ones, strangers, and we're getting into the emotion, focusing on it for an extended time, not just for a second, just delving into the gratitude. And I can already feel the field. I can feel where it's happening. Appreciation. Who do you appreciate? And we're not just thinking about it, we're experiencing the emotions. Okay, keeping that breath going, expanding out through the heart. And now let's extend this feeling that we're feeling, this gratitude, appreciation, care, and towards us, each other here on this meditation. Extending out, imagining it. You can imagine like a light starting from your heart to all the other people here in this network, in this community. We're extending our joy to each other. And that distance is not a physical separation. We are joined at a high frequency, pure consciousness, pure energy. We are connected right now. We can feel it. Your entire body is relaxed. It's not in the picture. If you started slowly accumulating any tension, if you're concentrating too hard, your forehead is scrunching, release all that. So staying on the emotion, sharing it out, extending it. As this energy starts within us, and as we extend it to each other, it doesn't leave us. We're not losing it. It stays in us as the others receive and benefit and get uplifted. And then we're going to continue to expand this out now. Dawn says, place your intention right now, which is the next step, of an increased frequency into your hologram. Physically project this into your torus field. We have a round apple kind of donut shaped field of energy around us. This starts from our heart, physically projecting into the field, expand it from your heart outwards, encompassing the planet. Speak light language on your own if you can. All these things will increase your consciousness in the now. So this is where we move beyond to the whole, to the planet. Starting from within and now beaming, shining, and radiating, radiating from our heart to the globe, to the planet, to all life, all aspects of life, animals, people. And we're extending our feeling of joy and gratitude, thankfulness. We are thankful. And it is these emotions that is going to have the healing and uplifting effect. We're taking our coherence that we have generated. We've developed this coherence, which is balanced, harmonious, synchronized within ourselves, and we're sharing it now with the whole, with everybody. It's a real process. So just giving, sharing, extending. Big breaths, slow exhales. And you can yet let your imagination go, visualizing happy people where there once was darkness, seeing it all being dispelled, dissolved, disintegrated. There's a light now infusing the streets, the cities. And within this light is all that is love and joy and happiness and freedom. So visualizing the world we want, free, happy, and we sustain this emotion ourselves and extend it. Seeing everybody healthy, vibrant, happy, confident. There's cooperation where there used to be competition. There's helping and supporting each other, everybody on the same page. This is the frequency we're holding now, holding to it. And the more time that passes as we hold this, we give time for reality to adjust, adapt, and match that. This is how we co-create. All of us here are co-creating our world. Now maintaining this vision, this lightness and joy. And now let's project this into this day for yourself as you go into your day after this. We're done here. Imagine yourself carrying this lightness now. You're going to do the usual things you normally do, but in a new frequency, in a new lightness and state of mind. So just visualize yourself back here, grounded. And so how do you want to feel continuing your day? What we're doing is rewiring our habitual routine, how our body and thoughts, emotions, and hormones fire. And we're trying to set a new track. There has to be a better way to live and experience life. So this is what we're doing for ourselves. How do you want the rest of your day, even week? Set that intention, that now anchor that. Make that your goal. See it real. Dawn says, surfing on the wave of joy. Yes. Okay, so we've just created our new reality. This is how it starts at the pure level of energy. And if we maintain that vision and these emotions, it starts to materialize. And so I want to say we're done the meditation, but here's the thing. The idea is we don't just sit down, we end the meditation, but we allow the new way to continue on permanently. The new earth, the new, more authentic. We're coming back to being who we truly are. All the time, we're feeling our internal joy, not just sitting on a cushion, but all the time. So when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Because where we arrive now is not where we came from. Hopefully everybody felt something, but it doesn't even matter. That's the thing. Even if you didn't have any kind of significant experience or the work has been done, you have added new thoughts, new intentions, and it's been seeded. Everything we've done is seeded. And now we just trust that things unfold on their own time in the perfect way. If you do practice things like this, it'll be easier next time, but it'll be easier only because what we just practiced right now. So nothing's ever lost. And we can feel good about this. All energy is one. At the purest, highest level, we are all one, whole, and connected. There's people we'll never meet on another side of the world who just benefited, received some lift, some benefit. Yeah, so welcome back. When you're ready, let me know if you're back first. Personally, I know there's people out here. I could stay here for hours. I have been known to spend a couple of hours. Amanda, thank you. Don, thank you for all your amazing input. Earth is recreated 1,000,000,000 times each second. Mariana, about 1 minute after the meditation started, I felt a ball of energy arrive, group energy. Maureen says, I had an amazing visualization of the planet being like a lung and coherent with universe breathing. I'm buzzing. It was wonderful. Thanks, Claudia. Yeah. So this is the gift we have during this massive global downtime and reset, because I wouldn't even been doing this if it wasn't for these times. I'd be in my usual pattern, which was not doing this here. So the gifts to be had and the gratitude. Tammy, my body is buzzing as well. Yeah. Tammy and some of the people who tried this last week, any differences? How is it different this time than last time? I'm sensing there's more buzzing this time. Jessica, light and tears of joy. Carrie says, I feel the expansion from my heart. Helen says, such a peaceful, relaxed state, vibrating with love and gratitude out to all. Wow. Yeah. Has anybody here not had experiences like this before or not meditated before and is experiencing something new for the first time here right now? Because anytime we do these kind of group gatherings, there's the whole range. People who are totally brand new or more experienced, people who are very experienced. Mariana, yes, tears running down my cheeks also. Wow. I feel like this is, so thank you but you're all free to go. Hopefully, I feel this will be regular. Right now, I'm just going by the inner sense, flow with it. But yeah, this will be probably a weekly thing. I'm thinking having it for the locals here, kind of Pacific time, Vancouver time, possibly on a Sunday evening at 7 next week. I will confirm, so you can follow me. If you want to stay up to date on the next ones, send me your email. I will include you in the email updates if you're on Facebook. Don said, let's see. Tammy says, calmer this time. It feels calmer this time. Tracy, so peaceful and relaxing. Yeah. Don says, I am in high joy most of the time. Yes. Thank you very much for the invitation to join the circle. You're welcome, Don. So glad to have you, Mr. Watcher. Maureen, lots of love, tears. Helen, yes, higher vibe for sure, more so than usual meditation, right? The group effect. Claudia, I cried, my body almost shaking. Wow. Jessica says hi to Tracy's mom. Thank you all so much. Heart vibrations. All this talk about frequency and vibrations. The results are in. There's buzzing, literally physical buzzing frequency. Okay. And so this is so interesting. my Polish. I took like grade 1 Polish, and then so reading from my aunt. To mój pierwszy raz. Jest mi trudno. So this is my first time. It's very difficult. Serce na początku, my heart at the beginning. Bardzo ale przez moment czułam. Okay, so she feels it. She eventually felt it. Tammy, thank you so much. You're welcome, everybody. Thanks, Mariana. Thank you so much, Helen. Okay, so let's wind this down. A big aho to all my relations, to all of you, to everybody. We are all equal, brothers and sisters, equal. Cooperation, harmony. The old system for thousands of years of upmanship, below, putting ourselves below others, feeling not worthy, not good enough, inferior, or putting ourselves above. Our ego comes in, both our ego, putting below or above. So that's what we're leaving behind. And so this new harmonized, coherent state, the coherent reality in the coherent world is what we are right here, right now, with our decision and intentions creating. Jennifer, just getting on now, but with the replay. Yes, thanks. Thanks, Tracy. Yes, Kim, this will be right now. All I know is, yeah, it'll be weekly right now. Stay tuned. Hearts, Lori. The time, I'm still fluctuating with it. The time vary. That's why you might want to follow the updates, because there's considerations of different people's needs, different time zones, right? Days and evenings are different for different people. So as I try these different times and days, we may get a different group. I mean, we may be able to allow different people to access it. So I'm just trying to keep it open. Tracy, thank you so much. You're welcome. Wonderful. And any final notes? We have literally 60 seconds left. I'm just making this up on the spot. But the timer is 59 minutes of the recording. So we did a full 1 hour recording. Pretty cool. As always, this is a social circle. People can meet each other here in this virtual gathering. New friendships, new social connections may be formed. New contacts on Facebook. Finding like minds, like interests. All right. Peace, love, coherence, harmony, joy, gratitude, appreciation, freedom. Dziękuję. Belly laugh. Oh! Nice. All right. Signing off, and be well and spread the vibes. This is to be shared and extended. It only works when we extend it out. Wow, time passed by quickly. There we go. What is time but an illusion? There is no time. Time is all now and one, as is space. Lori, conflicts with Dirk for me. Thanks and bye. I just want to be reading all these comments now. The after effect, the afterglow. If anybody has, I don't know, any feedback, I'm brand new at all this. So far, it seems pretty good. If anybody struggled getting into the experience, if there was any hindrances that I could be let aware of, so we can cover and deal with any blocks, obstacles people have, anything. But you can follow me here, send me messages, and we'll be in touch. All right, hopefully see you all next time, next week. We have fun together, of course. Feeling happy, joyful, light, and loving is fun, right? What else is fun? Fear is not fun. Insecurity is not fun. You are welcome anytime. Big hugs. Yeah. All right, signing off. Bye, ciao.